Hello, welcome to Juris Central online classes for law exams. So today I will be discussing with you solve previous year question paper of CLAT LLM Entrance Test 2015. So this is the 5th year paper that we will be discussing today. Before starting the video, I would request all of you to kindly like, share and subscribe the channel so that you never miss any updates from juriscentral.com. So let us start with our first question. So this section deals with jurisprudence and it consists of 50 questions. Jurisprudence is the scientific synthesis of the essential principles of law said. So it is said by option number 3 C.K. Allen. Question number 2. Which one of the following writers has divided jurisprudence into particular jurisprudence and general jurisprudence? So the correct option is option number 1, Austin. Question number 3. A comparative method of study in law was introduced by. So it was introduced by Maine. Option number B. Question number 4. Who said that jurisprudence is the eye of law? So this is said by Lasky. Option number D. Question number 5. In the Dark Ages, natural law was given a new interpretation by. So this new interpretation was given by St. Augustine. Option number A. 6th. Who propounded the concept of grund norm? So this concept of grund norm has been propounded by option number B, Hans Kelsen. Question number 7. Out of the following jurists whose theory of law has earned the name of natural law with a variable content? So the correct option is option number C, R. Stamler. Full name is Rudolf Stamler. Question number 8. That truth is right reason in agreement with nature was propagated by. So the correct option is option number D, Cicero. Question number 9. A theory of justice is a work of. So it is a work of option number B, Rawls. 10th. Who says that all positive law is an attempt at just law and justice is a harmony of wills or purposes within the framework of the social life? The harmony of will or purposes varies according to time and place. So this is said by option number A, Stamler. Question number 11. The state of nature was a golden age. Only the property was insecure. It was for the purpose of protection of property that man entered into the social contract. So it is said by option number A, Hobbes. Question number 12. Natural law is based on the nature of man and on his inward need of living in society. Who said it? So the correct option is option number B, again Hobbes. 13. Which one of the following schools gave birth to the concept of human rights? The correct option is option number B, Natural Law School. Question number 14. Which one of the following schools supports the view that a custom becomes law when it receives a stamp of judicial recognition by courts? So this statement has been made by option number A, Analytical School. Question number 15. Who categorized the subject of jurisprudence as expositorial jurisprudence and sensorial jurisprudence? So this categorization has been made by option number B, Bentham. Question number 16. Who amongst the following said that a right with me is a child of law? A natural right is a son that never had a father. The correct option is option number B, Jeremy Bentham. Question number 17. Kelsen's theory of law is called pure theory because Kelsen actually separated law from religion, ethics, sociology and history. Option number C. 18. The expression to signify an assumption which conceals or affects to conceal the fact that a rule of law has undergone alteration, its letter being unchanged, its operation being modified is. So the expression has been given by option. This expression is actually called legal fiction. Option number A. Question number 19. Social contract is not a historical fact. Put a hypothetical construction of reason. But a hypothetical construction of reason. Sorry about the typo error. Before this contract, man was happy and free and there was equality among men. Who said it? So it was said by option number D, Rousseau. 20. Criticizing Savigny's theory, who said that Savigny encouraged juristic pessimism. So it was actually, this Savigny's theory was actually criticized by option number D, Roscoe Pound. 21. Frederick Carl von Savigny has observed that So it has observed only 1, 2 and 4. Just don't get confused with the what shall I say, I mean these sub-paras. Like the correct option is A, B and D, 1, 2 and 4. That means custom precedes legislation, legislation must conform customary practices, and custom is superior to legislation. So all these are important and these are the correct option. 22. Law grows with the growth of people, strengthens with the strength of the people, and finally dies away as a nation loses its nationality. So this statement was made by, so this is a very easy question, and the statement is made by again Savigny. Option number B. 23. Custom is frequently the embodiment of those principles which have commanded themselves to the national conscience as principles of justice and public utility dash national conscience may well be accepted by the courts as an authoritative guide, and of this conscience national custom is the external and visible sign. So it is said by option number B, Salmon. 24. Indicate the correct meaning of the theory of social engineering propounded by Roscoe Pound. So it actually means option number C, balancing of competing interest in the society. 25. The idea of social function crowds out the conception of subjective right. Whose view is this? So this view of crowds out has been given by option number C, Dugwit. 26. Law is the sum of conditions of social life as secured by the power of the state through the means of external compulsion. This statement relates to which school of jurisprudence? So this statement is actually related to sociological school of jurisprudence, option number D. 27. Who said that there is no substantial difference between formal legal norms and the norms of customs or usages because the sanction behind both of them is the same? So this has been said by option number A, Eldridge. 28. Main pioneer of the sociological jurisprudence is, so the main pioneer is option number A, Montesquieu. 29. Which one of the following is correctly matched? So the correct option is option number C. The law of a community is to be found in social facts and not in formal source of law. So this statement has actually been said by Eldridge. 13. Match list 1 with list 2 given in figure 1 and select the correct answer by using the codes given below the list in the order of A, B, C, D. So I mean the name of the philosophers are given in list A. What we have to we only have to match the school they belong to. So the correct option will be option number C. Henry Maine actually belongs to historical school. Grotius belongs to ethical school, and Bentham belongs to analytical school, and O.W. Holmes belongs to realist school. 31. Assertion. It is easy to identify sociological school with Pound. Sociological school neither begins nor ends with Pound. So the correct option is both A and R2. Yes, because sociological school has not only been propounded by Pound, there are other people also associated with it like Auguste Comte or Dugwit, etc. 32. Custom precedes legislation and hence is superior to it, and the legislation must conform to the principles of custom. This principle is a basic feature of which school? So this principle is a basic feature of option number B, historical school, and we just now have seen this question in our I mean in the done questions, and we have already seen that this is the idea of Carl von Savigny. Question number 33. Custom precedes legislation and hence is superior to it, and the legislation must society has every removed such a mass of undoubted delusions, and further that its works are indispensable, if for no other object, for the purpose of clearing the head. So this has been stated by option number D, Sir Henry Maine. How did Aristotle describe justice in restoring equality when this has been distributed? So actually I mean this concept has been called corrective justice by Aristotle. Question number 35. According to Salmon, legal sources of law. So legal sources of law are 1 and 4 are correct. are recognized as such by the law itself, and option number 4 are only gates through which new principles can find entrance into law. 36. Opinion of juristry. So opinion of juristry is actually historical material source of law. 37. A custom whose authority is conditional on its acceptance and incorporation in agreements between the parties to be bound is a, it is actually known as conventional custom. 38. Public interest litigation doesn't insist on, so it doesn't insist on locus standi of petitioner. 39. In Hindu law, the clear proof of usage will outweigh the written text of law. This statement was made in this case of. So this statement has been made in the case of option number B, collector of Madurai versus Mottu Ramlingam. 40. Consider the following statement. So the correct step. So they are asking that which of the following are the correct statement. So the correct option is option number 1 and 3. Precedents help in the progressive development of law, and option number 3, in the process of interpretation, judges do make the law. 41. Which one of the following statement is true? So the correct option is option number D. Supreme Court is not by the decisions of the Privy Council and Federal Court. This is totally true. 42. Which of the following statement is not correct? Option number A. Judgment of civil judge is binding on another civil judge of the same court. No, this is not true. 43. Who amongst the following wrote the celebrated essay determining ratio decedenti of a case? So the correct option is option number C, Goodhart. Goodhart has actually, he has actually written the celebrated essay determining ratio decidendi of a case. 44. Assertion. Ratio decidendi has binding force, reason R, obiter dicta have no binding force. See, both the statement are true, but R is not the correct statement of, R is not the correct explanation of A, option number B. 45. Which of the statement is incorrect? So the correct option is option number B. The decisions of one high court are authoritative with regard to another high court. 46. Supreme Court can exercise power to do complete justice under. So the correct option is option number B, Article 42, which deals with enforcement as to decree of Supreme Court and other rules. 47. I think their adherence to precedent should be the rule and not the exception. This has been stated by. So this has been stated by option number A, Cardozo. 48. Assertion A, precedent is like a gold in mine. Reason, it has to be searched in law reports. So in this case, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. 49. Justice is never given, it is always a task to be achieved. So who has actually observed, have stated this? So the correct option is option number B, Frederick. 50. Who wrote the only right which a man can possess is a right always to do his duty? So the correct option is option number A, Dugwitt. 51. The appropriate writ issued by the court to quash the appointment of a person of a public office is that of. So this is actually known as option number C, quo warranto. 52. When a writ is issued to an inferior court or tribunal on ground of exceeding the jurisdiction or acting contrary to the rules of natural justice, it is called a writ of. So it is actually called a writ of certiorari, option number B. 53. Article 25 of the Constitution guarantees freedom of religion but is subject to. But it is actually subject to public order, morality, health and other fundamental rights. This question has been asked many a times. 54. Equality of opportunity in matters of public employment is mentioned in which of the following articles? So the correct option is option number C, Article 16. 55. Article 51 provides for the fundamental duties. So it provides fundamental duties of the citizens of India. Option number A. 56. Fundamental duties of citizens of India. So these are actually contained in part 4 of the Constitution, which deals with directive principles of state policy. 57. The executive power of the Union is vested in the. So the executive power of the Union is vested in the President of India. 58. Rajya Sabha can withhold money bills for a period of. So it can withhold money bills for a period of option number C, 14 days. 59. Both union and state legislature can legislate on. So they can legislate on economic and social planning. Option number A. 60. The concurrent list contains. So it contains how many subjects? So the correct option is option number A. 47. You also have to have the idea of how many subjects are containing in the 3 lists. So concurrent list has been given that it contains 47 subjects. You also have to know how many subjects are there in the union list as well as in state list, and you also have to comment in the comment box below like how many subjects are there, and in the next video I will tell you that what are the total subjects given under union list and state list. 61. In which case the Supreme Court held that the preamble is not a part of the Constitution? So the correct option is option number B. In a Berubari case, in this case the Supreme Court actually held that preamble is not a part of the Constitution, but in the case of Keshwananda Bharti versus State of Kerala, the Supreme Court has held that preamble is a part of the Constitution. 62. Which one of the following statement is correct? So the correct option is preamble is a part of the Constitution and can be amended only if no change in the basic structure is made. So the correct option is option number C. So in the so here it is what it is considered that preamble is a part of the Constitution, but this but various judgment of Supreme Court has different view. So here it is said that it can be amended only if no change in the basic structure is made. 63. Consider the following statement. The Indian Constitution is unwritten, written or largely based on Government of India 1935. So the correct options are both option number 2 and 3. Indian Constitution is a written constitution and it is actually largely based on Government of India Act 1935. 64. Democracy and federalism are essential features of our constitution and basic structure of its basic feature of its structure. This observation was made in S.R. Bommai case by, so it has been made by Justice A.M. Ahmadi. 65. Article 12 of the Constitution defines state for the purpose of enforcement of fundamental rights. Against which of the following institution writs cannot be issued for the enforcement of fundamental rights? So the correct option is option number A, not against the High Court, because High Court is the body which actually enforces it exercises the power under it, but it cannot be used against the body of High Court. 66. In which of the following cases did the Supreme Court held that an amendment of the Constitution under Article 368 was law within the meaning of Article 13 of Constitution of India? So this has been observed in the case of Golak Nag versus State of Punjab. Any person under Article 14 of Constitution denotes. So what does it mean by any person under Article 14? Any company or associations or body of individuals, both citizens, non-citizens, natural persons and legal persons. 68. Which one of the following doctrines relates to the interpretation of the legislative conflicts between the union and the state? So the doctrine is pith and substance. So this doctrine is actually used, to know that which legislation falls under which category. That means that whether the legislation falls under the union or the state, by this doctrine it is actually ascertained. 69. Joint session of the Parliament was summoned by the President of India to pass. So the correct option is option number C, Prevention of Terrorism Act. 17. The Supreme Court of India has adopted new approach for the interpretation of the concept equality in. So the correct option is option number B, E.P. Royappa versus State of Tamil Nadu. This question has also been asked in this year DU LLM entrance test. The question was actually different. Like they asked that what was the first case in which the concept of non-arbitrariness was dealt with. And see this. E.P. Royappa case is actually associated with the administrative law case, and here the interpretation of equality as well as non-arbitrariness have been dealt in detail. 71. The Supreme Court of India formulated the doctrine of epilepsy. So it has formulated this doctrine in the case of Bhikaji Narayan Dakras versus State of MP. 72. The satisfaction of the president means the satisfaction of the council of ministers and not his personal satisfaction. It was held in. So it was held in Shamsher Singh versus State of Punjab. This question and this previous one have been asked many a times. And Ram Joya Kapoor versus State of Punjab. This case is actually, this deals with the doctrine of separation of power. This is also very important. 73. No religious instruction shall be provided in any education institution wholly maintained out of state funds. It is a constitutional provided under, so it is actually provided under option number B, Article 28 Clause 1. Article 30 Clause 2 of the Constitution lays down that there cannot be any discrimination in giving aid to educational institution on the ground of. So the correct option that, option number B, institution being managed by the religious or linguistic minorities. 75. Arrange the decision of the Supreme Court of Fundamental Rights relating to personal liberty in chronological sequence of 1, 2 and 3. So what they are asking that all these options deals with fundamental rights, and we have to arrange that in the ascending order. Which of the case has been decided first, and which one is the case which has been decided in the last. So the correct option is 3, 2, 1. First, A.K. Gopalan versus State of Madras, which deals with preventive detention. Second, ADM Jabalpur versus Shivkant Shukla. This is also a case related to preventive detention. And one, Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India, also known as Right to Life case. And the case also dealt with the principle of post-decisional hearing. 76. Assertion A. The President of India has a power to grant pardon, reprieve, respite or remission of punishment, or to suspend, remit or commute sentence. Reason: the President exercises not only executive functions but also judicial and legislative functions. The correct option is both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. See, the President has, apart from his executive function, the President also has a power of judicial and legislative functions. 77. The President of India can issue a proclamation of emergency under Article 352 Clause 1 of Constitution on the advice of the Prime Minister. When a proclamation of emergency is in operation, the President may suspend the operation of all fundamental rights except Articles 20 and 21 of the Constitution. See, both are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. 78. The President is a part of Parliament. A bill passed by 2 houses of Parliament cannot become law without the assent of President. This is totally true. Because the President is a part of the Parliament, that is why when a bill is passed by 2 houses of Parliament, it cannot come into force before the President actually signs on the bill. 70. And assertion: an accused person cannot be compelled to be witness against himself. Reason: an accused person cannot be compelled to give his thumb impression. I hope you all understand how to answer this kind of question when assertion and reason both are given. So we have to answer the question according to the reason. So the answer has to be framed like what has been actually said and what is the reason of it. And if the reason satisfies the assertion, then by how only we answer the question. If the reason is wrong, then we will select that no, it is not the correct explanation of A. And suppose if the question is like that both reason A and R are true and none of them are actually interlinked, then we will have to answer the question according to that situation. So in this case, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. 80. Assertion A. A habeas corpus writ petition dismissed by the Supreme Court can be admitted by the High Court under Article 226 of the Constitution. Reason: in exercising writ jurisdiction, the powers of the Supreme Court and High Court are concurrent. So the correct option is both A and R are true, and here R is the correct explanation of A. 81. It is a legal and constitutional duty of the state to provide legal aid to the poor. Reason: no one shall be denied justice by reason of his poverty. So here also it is correct. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. 82. The Constitution vests executive powers of the Union in the President of India. President of India is the constitutional head of the state. So the answer would be both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A, because though reason is correct, but the reason is actually not substantiating or say supporting the assertion. So that is why the option would be both A and R are true, and R is not the correct explanation of A. 83. So match the following. We have to match list 1 with list 2. List 1 deals with the name of the case and list 2 deals with the subjects it dealt with. So ADM Jabalpur versus Shivkant Shukla. So this case is actually related to habeas corpus case. MSM Sharma versus SK Sinha. So this case is relating to Searchlight case. RC Cooper versus Union of India. Option number 3, bank nationalization case, and RK Garg versus Union of India. This case is actually related to bearer bonds case. 84. Again we have to match list 1 with list 2. So in list 2 the name of the judges are given, and list 1 dealt with the judicial decisions which have actually been rendered by the judges in list 2. So right to live with human dignity enshrined in Article 21 derives life breath from directive principles through state policy, clauses E and F of Articles 39, 41 and 42. So this has been said by Bhagwati J. Bandhua Mukti Morcha in the case of Bandhua Mukti Morcha versus Union of India. Speedy trial is an essential ingredient of just, fair and reasonable procedure granted by Article 21. So again this has been decided by, said by Bhagwati Jain Husainara Khatun versus State of Bihar. In PIL, total stranger to a trial cannot be permitted to question the correctness of conviction of the accused. This has been said by Ahmadi J in Simranjit Singh versus Union of India. In case of helplessness or disability, any member of the public can maintain an allocation of for an appropriate order, direction or writ if there is violation of constitutional right. So this decision has again been given by Bhagwati J in SP Gupta versus Union of India. So all the adjacent options are all true. 85. So in list 1 this subject has been what has actually been decided in the cases has been given, and list 2 deals with the name of the cases, and we have to match both list 1 and list 2. Right to go abroad. So I have already told you this case, this was an issue in the case of Maneka Gandhi's case. Prisoner's right. So prisoner's right was an issue in Sunil Batra's case. Death penalty is an issue in Bhim Singh's case, Bachchan Singh's case, and government's liability is an issue in Bhim Singh's case. 86. Which among the following is not a fundamental right? So the correct option is option number right to strike, and this has been dealt by the Supreme Court in T.K. Rangarajan versus State of Madras. 87. Which one of the following fundamental rights was described by Dr. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution? So the correct option is option number C, right to constitutional remedies, also known as Article 32. 88. In which one of the following cases the Supreme Court decided that a constitutional amendment which takes away or abridges a fundamental right would be void, and therefore forced the Parliament to enact 24th Amendment Act? So the correct option is option number C, Golaknath versus State of Punjab. 89. When the court declares certain provisions of any act invalid, it doesn't affect the validity of the act. It remains as it is. So this is actually known as doctrine of severability. 90. A law which abridges fundamental rights is not a nullity but remains inoperative till the shadow of fundamental rights falls over such rights. This is known as doctrine of eclipse. So this, the past questions, and these questions are actually they're asking what is given in the doctrine, and asking you the question that what is the name of the doctrine under which the provisions are given. 91. Match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer using the codes given below. So So here list 1 is fixed. What we have to do, we have to choose like what are the issues which have been involved, or say like what are the subjects which the list 1 actually deals with, and it is given in list 2. So habeas corpus. So habeas corpus actually deals with unlawful arrest and detention. Mandamus deals with non-performance of public duty. Quo warranto deals with exercise of power without jurisdiction, and certiorari deals with violation of natural justice. 92. According to Article 30 of Constitution, minorities have the right for the administration of educational institution. So under which cases? So the correct option is option number A, which have been established by them only. 93. Which one of the following has been dropped from the list of personal freedoms enshrined in Article 19 of the Constitution? So the correct option is option number B, freedom to acquire, hold and dispose of property. 94. Article 23 of the Constitution doesn't prohibit. So it actually doesn't prohibit compulsory service for public purposes. 95. There is no reason to compel non-smokers to be helpless victims of air pollution. Was held in. So it was held in Murli S. Devara versus Union of India. 96. Which one is the correct statement? So the correct option is none of the above. Fundamental rights are superior to directive statement of state policy. So this cannot be said as totally correct, because both act in conjunction with each other. So we can't say that fundamental right is actually superior to directive principles of state policy. Directive principles are superior to the fundamental rights, again is not correct, because I have already told you that though fundamental right is, though directive principles are not enforceable, but still it cannot be said that it is superior to fundamental rights. There is no relationship between fundamental rights and directive principles, and no, this is totally incorrect, because I have already told you that both work in conjunction with each other. 97. Match the following order in A, B, C, D. So again in list A, list 1 is fixed, and we have to match the subjects which these articles are actually covering in list 2. So 39A, it actually deals with equal justice and free legal aid. 40 deals with organization of village panchayats. 41 deals with right to work, and 44 deals with uniform civil codes. So correct option is option number C. 98. Choose the best option. So the correct option, the President of India is eligible for re-election as many times as he desires. This is totally correct. 99. Article 359A was inserted inter alia, amending Article 352 in its application to the state of Punjab, and for the purposes of invoking Article 352. The concept of internal disturbance was again introduced by, so it was again introduced by option number C, 59th Constitutional Amendment Act. 100. The protection of the Article 21 extend to which of the following? So it actually extend to all persons, even foreigners also. Article 21 is also extended to foreigners. 101. So from 101 to 150, the questions are actually relating to other law subjects, like entire law subjects, whether it's contracts, IPC, international law, everything. So the remedy in tort law is, so the remedy law tort is only for unliquidated damages. 102. Following are good defense to action of tort. So the correct option will be 1 and 3 only. Violent and non-fit injury and vis major. So scientific non-fit injury actually applies in cattle trespass cases. 103. Which of the following is not a defense to strict liability? So the correct option is option number C, novus actus interveniens. It means act of third party. So it is not a defense to strict liability. 104. Which of the following is an essential ingredient to establish strict liability of the defender? So the correct option is only A and B. Non-natural use of land, and B, escape of dangerous thing. Negligence is failure in duty of taking care. The expression duty means, so duty actually means a legal duty, not a specific legal duty, not a legal as well as moral duty, a legal as well as social duty. It only means purely a legal duty. 106. The neighbor principle was laid down in the case of, so it was laid down in the case of Donoghue versus Stevenson. 107. Continental shelf is a natural prolongation of the land territory of the coastal state into the sea waters and include. So it includes shelf plus slope plus rise. This question has also been asked in DLM entrance test in its previous year question papers. 108. X having sufficient food doesn't provide some of it to a beggar who dies of hunger. X is guilty of. So X is not guilty of any offense. So the correct option is option number A, no offense. 109. Defamation is a crime. So defamation is a crime in both a tort and a crime. 110. Announcement of reward to the general public through newspaper to find the stolen goods is. So it is actually an offer. 111. Nudum pactum means. So it means gratuitous promise without any consideration. 112. Consensus addendum means. So consensus addendum means agreeing to the same thing in the same sense. 113. The Supreme Court of India recognized sexual harassment at workplace as human rights violation in the case of. So this question is actually very easy. Option number A, Vishakha versus State of Rajasthan. 114. Calcutta High Court has its circuit bench at. So it has its circuit bench at option number A, Port Blair. 115. Convention on elimination of all forms of discrimination against women was adopted in the year. So it was adopted in the year of 1979. Question number 116. Headquarters of International Criminal Court is located in. So it is located in option number A, Hague. 170. Which of the following is the principal organ of the United Nations? So the correct option is option number D, ICJ. 118. Principal. So these questions are actually relating to principal and fact-based. The occupier of a premise owes a duty of care to all his invitees and visitors. This is a principle. And let's see what is a fact. Radhika's brother Akash had come to visit her at her place. After seeing her wealth, Akash decided to commit theft that night. While he was trying to escape that night, he got electrocuted by the wires which were fixed on the boundary walls. Akash plans to sue Radhika. Will his claim succeed? So the correct option is option number D. No, because he himself is guilty of theft, he is no longer an invitee or visitors. 119. A person is responsible for that which he could have reasonably foreseen or prevented. Let's see the facts. A chemist sold a hair conditioner to Jyoti. The conditioner was locally manufactured and the contents harmful chemicals were not listed on the bottle. The chemist, however, represented to Jyoti that the chemicals used were harmless and benefited the hair. On using it, Jyoti's hair was badly damaged and she had to get hair treatment done for the same. Jyoti filed a complaint against the chemist. Will the chemist be liable? So in this case, option number D, not liable, as it is a natural tendency of shopkeepers to extol the product which he is selling. So here again typo, ignore this. So here it is actually, the shopkeeper is not liable because it has a natural tendency. 120. The principle of absolute liability says that a person is absolutely liable for all the consequences of any dangerous substance that he brings onto his land. And second is, no one can be penalized for an act of God which is unforeseeable and unpredictable. Fact. Anderson is the managing director of a company that makes fertilizers. One of the plants on the company's campus at Kochi utilizes a lot of toxic gases to make the end product. Anderson ensures that every possible precaution and preventive measure known to man has been taken to prevent any disaster. However, one night the plant is struck by lightning and a lethal dose of poisonous gases escape and killed 600 people, injuring at least 2,000 others. Is Anderson's company liable for the accident? So the correct option is option number B, yes, because they developed a dangerous process on their land and hence are absolute liable for all consequences. 121. A driver of a tourist bus while negotiating an unmanned railway crossing at a speed of 30 km per hour clashed against a passenger train. Consequently, one of the tourists was killed. On investigation, it was found the driver could not stop the bus because of a defect in the brakes not known to him. So is he guilty of negligence? The correct option is option number B. Yes. 122. Principle: a man must not make such use of his property as unreasonably and unnecessarily to cause inconvenience to his neighbors. Fact: Mr. Z is the owner of a plot measuring 50 feet by 80 feet. He constructed a small house at one corner and was using the rest of the land as a cowshed. He had 20 cows and is involved in selling milk to the public. The cow dung and other wastes were openly stored in a small 10 feet by 8 feet tank. This constantly paved the way for bad smell and breeding of mosquitoes. Mrs. Y, his neighbor, constantly complained to X, but in vain. So the correct option is option number A. Y cannot take any other action against Z. 122. Principle: the standard of care to determine whether a person has been guilty of negligence is the standard of care which, in the given circumstances, a reasonable man could have foreseen. Fact: the agricultural university constructed 200 houses for its employees in its premises. 2 huge borewells were sunk and motors were installed. They did not cover the pump rooms properly. A child 6-year-old from one of the quarters was playing nearby. On hearing the noise of the pump, she was curious to see the motor. She touched the motor, which was not covered properly, and 3 of her fingers were cut. So in this case, option number B, in spite of the child's act, the parents can successfully sue the university for damages. 124. Principle: a person is liable for all the injurious consequences of his careless act. Fact: Ram, a snake charmer, was exhibiting his talents to the group of people. One of the snakes escaped and bit a child who had to be hospitalized for 2 days for treatment. So here the correct statement is option number A. Ram is liable to compensate the child's family for his careless act. 125. Principle: a person who commits an unlawful act towards another which can be imputed to him must repair the damages which the other person suffers as a consequence thereof. Fact: Mr. Rajendra Singh was riding his scooter on the right side of the road, which is illegal as per the traffic rules. Mr. Rajesh Chawla was driving his car in the opposite direction. The two vehicles collided and resulted in the loss of rupees 50,000 to Mr. Rajendra Singh. This includes his medical expenses and damage to the scooter. So the correct option is option number A. Mr. Rajendra Singh will not get any amount as damages. 126. Principle: not only mens rea but actus reus must also exist for a crime. So this year exam paper was a bit lengthy because you would find like more than around 20 questions actually relating to principle and fact based. So this is a reason why what I actually suggest you to kindly go through this question again and again, and you can't say that what questions could be asked in the coming exam. So it is totally up to the wish of the examiner. He can ask any question he wants, and that is why it is always said that you shall have you shall prepare at least 5 years of previous question paper. So that is why, if if it is slipping out of your mind the correct answer, so I would suggest you that till you get it, you play my video again and again, and obviously it would help you in getting the things right. So what is a fact? A and B, being husband and wife, are engaged in a bitter quarrel. B threatened to commit suicide and goes to a nearby well and jumps. Consequently, she dies. Is A guilty? So the correct option is no. There is no mens rea or actus reus. 127. Principle. So the principle is actually, it's very lengthy, and you have to answer according to the principle. So there is no fact. You only have to answer according to the principle. Okay. Nothing is an offence which is done in the exercise of the right of private defence when an act would otherwise be a certain offence is not that offence by reason of the youth, the want of maturity of understanding, the unsoundness of mind, or the intoxication of that person, or by reason of misconception on the part of that person. Every person has the same right of private defence against that act which he would have if that act were an offence. Everyone has a right to defend their. So these principles are actually based on right to private defence. Everyone has a right to defend their life and property against criminal harm, provided it is not possible to approach public authorities and more harm than it is necessary has not been caused to avoid the danger. if in the exercise of the right of private defense against an assault which reasonably causes the apprehension of death, the defender be so situated that he cannot effectually exercise that right with the risk of harm to an innocent person, his right of private defense extends to the running of that risk, and the right of private defense continues as long as apprehension of danger continues. So fact A enters by night a house which is legally entitled to enter. Z in good faith taking A for a house breaker attacks A. So sorry about the typo error, I haven't made the fact paragraph separate from the principle. So you would see the fact in the last of the para of principles in para number 5. So A enters by night a house which is legally entitled to enter. Z in good faith taking A for a housebreaker attacks A. So in this case, what they are asking that whether any right of private defense is available to him or not. So A has a right of private defense against Z, which he would have if Z was not acting under a misconception. So in this case, because the fact that okay, so because Z was under an impression that he was a housebreaker and attacks him, so in this case like he was actually under a misconception, so that is the reason why it is said that A has the same right of private defense against Z. So this is the reason why it is said that even A also has a right of private defense against Z, which he would have had if Z was not acting under a misconception. Principle: a person is liable for death penalty when he does an act which is likely to cause death and that person knows that his act in all probability will only result in death. So death penalty is given only in rarest of rare cases. Two principles are given. Let's see what is the fact. Sunita, a married woman, was flogged out of her husband's house by her father-in-law. When she was living with her parents, she got involved with a widower and also had an affair with Anita. In a fit of jealousy, Sunita killed her rival Anita as well as her little baby. Sunita also disfigured the faces of Anita and her baby and buried the bodies. Later, Sunita was tried for murder. So in this case, option number B, she is liable for death as her act suffers from the highest level of depravity and hence is the rarest of the rare cases. Because Sunita also killed the baby of Anita and also disfigured the faces of Anita and her baby. She is actually killed both of them. So this is a reason why she could be tried for murder because this case actually falls under the rarest of the rare cases. 129 principle: nothing is an offence which is done at the time when the accused is unsound and he is not aware of the nature and consequences of his act or that his act is wrong or contrary to law. Fact: Surendra received divine orders in his sleep at night to sacrifice this 1-year-old child and then he will go to heaven after dying. He carries out the order and kills his son. So in this case, option number C can plead unsoundness of mind as a defense when he should not be charged for murder. 130 principle: any person who has received any unjust benefit, he or she returns it to the rightful owner. Fact: A and B were staying in the same hostel room. B's father has sent a parcel to him on his birthday containing expensive gift. This parcel was delivered to A and B. Had gone out for a movie. So in this case, the correct option is option number C. A has to give the entire parcel to B. 131 principle: if any person enters into wagering or betting agreements, such agreements would be illegal and cannot be given effect for enforcing obligations. Fact: Akbar enters into an agreement with Birbal that if he pays Akbar a premium of ₹500 per annum and Birbal's house is devastated by fire within 1 year of entering into the agreement, Akbar shall make good the loss suffered by Birbal. So in this case, so the correct option is option number C. Akbar and Birbal are betting and thus it is a not contract. This totally, Akbar is totally betting the house of Birbal that if it gets devastated by fire within 1 year, then he shall make good the loss suffered by Bilbil. So this is actually a betting. 132. Principle. A contract is an agreement enforceable by law. All agreements are contracts if they are made with free consent by parties competent to contract for a lawful consideration and with a lawful object. So fact. A 40-year-old businessman of sound mind agrees to sell his bungalow worth rupees 40 lakhs for 1 lakh. The agreement is. So the correct option is option number 2, 3 and 4. C. Valid as there is lawful consideration because there is consideration. Third, valid as entered into it with free consent. Okay, this is also true. And 4, valid because A has capacity to contract. So this contract is valid. So although the consideration is actually less, than the market value, but still it's a valid contract because all the other criteria of contracts is actually has been substantiated. 133. Principle. An agreement is void if the court regards it as opposed to public policy. Fact. Sunita, while her husband Shankar is alive, promised to marry Neil in the event of Shankar's death. Subsequently, Shankar died, but Sunita refused to marry Neil. Neil sues Sunita for damages for breach of promise. So the correct option is option number D. In this case, she is not liable as a contract is opposed to public policy and so is void. 134. So finally facts, principle and facts questions are over. 34. Meher, dower or meher belongs to. So it is actually an absolute property to the wife. 135. A Muslim man can marry any number of wives not exceeding 4. If he marries a fifth wife, such a marriage shall be. So in this case, such a marriage shall be irregular. 136. Who amongst the following is disqualified from inheriting the estate of a Hindu male? So the correct option is none of the above. Even unchaste widow, unchaste daughter, or rich daughter, that doesn't mean that these people are unchaste. They do not make any claim in inheriting the estate. 137. A person who has an adopted son living. This question has been asked so many times. Option number B, cannot adopt another son, and this provision has been given under section 11 of Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, which deals with other conditions as to adoption. 138. Which of the following cases relate to mental cruelty and decided by the Supreme Court? So the correct option is option number B, Dastane versus Dastane. 139. The Latin maxim nemo dat quod non habetas contained in section 27 of the Goods Act 1930 means. So this question has been asked in this year DULLM entrance exam. The correct option is option number B. No man can pass a better title than he has. 140. A rule of caveat emptor as enunciated in section 16 of the Sale of Goods Act 1930 means that. So it means that option number B, the buyer must take care. 141. The foundation of doctrine of election under the Transfer of Property Act 1882 is that a person taking the benefit of an instrument, he must bear the burden. Option number A. 142. What is true to Code of Criminal Procedure? The correct option is both A and B. It is mainly, though not purely, a procedure law. There are also certain provisions which are partly in the nature of substantive law. This is totally correct. There are some sections in CRP which also acts as substantive law, also provides for punishment. 143. In a bailable offence, the bail is granted as a matter of right. So see, bail can be granted both by the police officer and the court. 144. Section 125 of CRPC is applicable to. So it is applicable to all persons belonging to all religions. 145. X and Y go to murder Z. Z stood on guard with a spear in hand but did not hit Z at all. Y killed Z. So the correct option is option number B. X and Y both are liable for murder of Z. 146. Under section 45 of IPC, life denotes. So it means life of a human being only. 147. Under section 80, the exception of accident is available when an offence is committed while. So when an offence is committed while doing a lawful act in a lawful manner by lawful means. So correct option is option number A. 148. Relevancy and admissibility under the Indian Evidence Act are option number C, neither synonymous nor coextensive. 149, a dying declaration. So dying declaration can form the sole basis of conviction without any corroboration by any independent person, because it is actually believed that a person who is in the anticipation of death or is dying cannot make any false statement. So this is a reason why the statement which have been made in dying declaration is actually taken as independent evidence without any corroboration. 150, re-examination of a witness. So it shall be by the party calling the witness. So this is the end of the slide. I hope you all like this session. Kindly feel free to comment about the video, and also like, share and subscribe the channel so that you never miss such updates from judicentral.com. So with this note, I am signing off. Have a great day.